Yeah, welcome back to DXB today, where the sofas are fully loaded as we continue our conversation on all things family businesses and some of the challenges that running a family business throws up. Right, time now for us to introduce our next guest. Each generation has their own challenges and, of course, their own ideas when it comes to building a business. Sometimes the ideas can clash, sometimes they just align. With us now to discuss that, the father-son team. We've got Azhar Sajan, the vice chairman of the Danube Group, and his son Azhar Sajan, the director of Casa Milano. Gentlemen, thank you so much indeed for being with us. I've got a decision to make here. Do I go to dad or son first? Who do I
go to dad?
No, really? Okay.
Always go to dad first.
Okay, Dad, and it's great to have you with us here. Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thank you, Tom, for having us here. Pleasure is all ours.
We're about to grill your son on all things Casa Milano, all things management style. Again, when you sort of look back at what you've achieved with Danube Group and everything that you've been in your learnings, how much have you sort of influenced his management style, or does he surprise you on a daily basis with regards to the style that he's created for himself?
He's absolutely brilliant when it comes to management, and I have learned a lot in the last 5 years. And I'm not saying just because he's sitting right in front of me. His management skill is much, much better than our old generation. He knows how to handle people. I would say he's the people's man.
Right to reply. What have you learned from Dad?
The reason I'm a people's man is because of how they have raised me, my parents, my mom and dad. They have really raised me to be good to people and always help out and understand where the other person is coming from. So be it business, be it your personal life, it's important to take that character into account because they've given you everything and you might as well utilize that platform to the best of its ability.
I mean, you guys came in and I could feel the positive energy. It's so sweet. You're making me a little emotional here. So I'm wondering, advice that you've gotten from your father which you've applied, and maybe one specific thing that you've learned from your son.
So honestly, in the last 5 years of understanding what we're doing in Casa Milano, it's always important to trust but verify as well. I'm more of a people's person, like my dad said. I tend to delegate a lot of things that I feel like it's empowering them, and I believe you have to trust but also verify at the end of the day. Otherwise, people will just take you for a ride. So that's what I've learned from my dad in the last 5 years. He's been always taking the the things he had done earlier, always doing it himself. I'm always being the idea of delegation. But his point is always to make sure whatever you do, you make sure you do a background check behind it. Make sure everything is correct.
Tell me a little bit about how you handle the retention of staff in the business. Dubai is a place recently where inflation has resulted in high expenses. People are moving a little bit more rapidly than they were in the past. And is that a challenge for the business, especially with your skills related to?
Absolutely. The market is currently hot, it's volatile, and if you want to keep somebody around, offer them a better room. It's that simple. And if you're already offering them a better room, they understand that you're in a company that has an opportunity for them to grow, and growth is limitless.
Yes. Sure.
Anis, I mean, this is such a big family business. I mean, I'm friends with so many people from your family. I wanted to ask you, when you bring a family member into the business, do you feel like you sometimes have to be a little bit more hard on them compared to the rest of your employees? I mean, is it a way of toughening them up, or do you just treat everyone the same?
I'll be honest if I say I was not hard with my boys in the earlier stage. But like I mentioned in my earlier conversation with Tom, that I learned a lot with my boys. Having said that, what I'm trying to say is that the generation gap is so wide. And what we were taught in our earlier days from our parents is that you need to be quite mannered on wherever you go. When I say mannered means you need to go by the rule books. But today's generation gap is taught that you need to be subtle, take it easy, and don't go hard. And that's what the biggest lesson I've learned. And if you go hard in today's generation kids, you'll not be able to win them. You got to be their friend first, then be your boss.
So the culture has remained the same in the business, has it? You mentioned there the challenges that you faced in previous years in building the business to what it is today. Are there certain challenges today that are very different from when you set out to set up the business?
Well, the challenges, if you ask me, are the same,
Yep.
and in fact much more, because the market is much more competitive. But with every challenges, there's an opportunity, and that's what I believe. Both Azhar and my younger son Sahil took these challenges and got opportunities out of it, and made them count.
I think one thing we've asked all our guests today is the dinner table. What's it like bringing that work-life balance, trying to strike that balance at home? Do you talk shop at the dinner table?
Well, we don't talk much about business because we make sure that we switch off the TV unless there's a cricket match, because I am a cricket aficionado. Otherwise, we generally have good fun sitting around, all four of us. That's my wife and both my boys. And there's more of banter between us, fun talks, than talking about business. We leave the business at home.
Oh, you're good about that. Do you agree?
I agree, because we're working together every single day, from morning to evening. So the home is where you relax, you can unwind, and you can just forget about the entire day of whatever stresses and things are supposed to be done there. So it's about relaxing. So we just enjoy ourselves, enjoy the company, because the idea is to have at least one meal together.
You leave the arguments to home.
Yeah,
The boardroom, sorry, not home.
the boardroom.
Azhar, I'm a big fan of Casa Milano. I believe I have one of your shower heads that somebody
Yeah.
gifted me a long, long time ago. What would you say is new, or what would you say are some of the new products you've introduced in the range?
So we have a new range called Euphoria and another range called Elixir. It's a shower set, complete bathroom solution, from your shower till your angle valve to your faucet. So it's a complete bathroom collection that we've created in 4 different finishes: matte black, matte gold, brush black, and matte gray.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, it's been so much fun having the two of you on the show. That's definitely some great advice that you've shared here with us. Maybe Dina, Tom, and I will change our minds about engaging in family business after this conversation. This has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
I need to become a bit more of a risk taker, I think. Well, Halima, well, we still have you on the couch, and gentlemen, if you can stay put for this, we're going to do a quick DX Bean 60. Get to know you very quickly. I know we're catching you off guard. I can see the look in your eyes. Dina, why didn't you tell me? 60 seconds, I'm going to ask you questions, and you see how many we get through. It can be as quick as possible. You ready? We're going to cue the clock. 3, 2, 1. Halima, what was your first job?
Audit trainee.
Audit training. Your motto in life and in work?
Great gratitude. Gratefulness.
Best advice for anyone starting a family business?
Please do it for the right reason, and passion and purpose is important.
If you could have dinner with anyone who's dead or alive, who would it be?
Jamal's dad, the one who started the Gibsons and embraced me on the dinner table as a third son of the family. That was my relationship with him was special, so I would do anything to have that dinner with him.
Oh, that's so sweet. Now, as a couple, do you try to leave your work conversations at the office?
I try. I am guilty. Not always, but yes, we try.
Why Dubai?
I was born here. This is my home. This is the only home I've ever known.
And that's it. Time is up. Thank you so much, Halima.
Thank you.
Yeah, Halima, thanks so much indeed for being with us. Thanks for answering those questions. Thanks also for our guest co-hosting. Really appreciate it.
Thank you
We'll get you
very
back
much.
very soon. And to Mr. Sajan and Mr. Sajan, the two Mr. Sajans, thank you so much indeed. And it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. I know it's a busy time, so appreciate your time.
Yeah, we got to take a flight. Today is the first anniversary of his
Yeah.
Qatar showroom, so we're just flying down to Qatar to have some, celebration of 1 year what has passed.
Oh, congratulations.
if
We're honored that you squeezed us in. Thank you,
If,
gentlemen.
if there's
Thank
room on the plane, we'll join you. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah?
I wish I could say you can just come straight into the flight.
You're right. Next time. Anish, thank you. And
Brilliant.
thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Listen,
Fantastic.
we're going to say farewell to our guests in a few moments' time. But before you go, stay there. Why? Tina B is coming out to play us out in just a few moments' time. Stay with us.